Unit 4, the legislative branch. The main purpose of the legislative branch is to create or write laws. The legislative branch contains the U.S. Congress, which is made up of the House of Representatives and the Senate. There are two houses in Congress, which means it is bicameral. Maryland's legislative branch is made up of two houses, which means it is bicameral. They are called the Maryland Senate and the Maryland House of Delegates. In the House of Representatives, there are a total of 435 representatives. Each state's number of representatives is based on the population. The higher the population, the more representatives. Every 10 years, the U.S. government conducts a population survey called the census. After every 10 years, the number of representatives for each state can increase, decrease, or remain the same. This is called reapportionment. The Midwest has experienced a decrease in population, which means the number of representatives has also decreased. The South and West, however, have experienced an increase in population, which means the number of representatives has increased. The leader of the House of Representatives is called the Speaker of the House. Each state is also in charge of redistricting for their state, which allows them to redraw a representative's district border. If a state does this to increase a political party's chances, it is called gerrymandering. Each state needs to have the same number of people according to the census data. Each district needs to have the same number of people according to the census data. Gerrymandering is what's used to make sure that a political party can get twice as many seats, 3 times as many seats, or extra seats, even though the population might be 50-50 or roughly 50-50. Senate. There are a total of 100 senators, and each state has 2 senators. The Senate is also called the upper house or upper chamber. Congressional powers. There are express powers, which are written in the U.S. Constitution, and there are implied powers, which Congress has but are not written in the Constitution. The powers of Congress are listed in Article 1, Section 8 of the United States Constitution. They have the powers to tax the people, borrow money for the United States, regulate commerce or trade with other countries and between states. They can make laws about citizenship and naturalization. They can coin and print money. They can establish post offices, declare war. They can raise the military, support the military, and create other rules for the military. They can make laws for Washington, D.C. and all military bases. And they have what's called the Necessary and Proper Clause. This is also called the Elastic Clause. This gives Congress the power to write other laws that are needed to accomplish their responsibilities. All implied powers use the Elastic Clause to justify their actions. A proposed law is called a bill. Before becoming a law, it must pass both the House of Representatives and the Senate. Afterwards, the President must sign it. The bill must be identical in both houses in order for it to become a law. If the President does not want it to become a law, he or she can veto it, and Congress can override a veto by passing it with a 2/3 majority. People, interest groups, lobbyists, and the media persuade Congress to vote for or against bills. There are several important acts or laws that you need to know. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 stated that schools and other public places may not discriminate based on race, gender, or ethnicity. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 removed laws that prevented people from voting, like the literacy test. This especially helped minority citizens. Title IX. Title IX states that public schools must treat males and females the same or equally. This includes classes, after-school programs, and athletics. Affirmative action is assistance to people who have historically faced discrimination, such as African Americans, for job and college applications. Its goal is to give people equal opportunities. Americans with the Disabilities Act of 1990, also called ADA. People with disabilities cannot be discriminated against for jobs just because they have a disability. Public places also must provide handicapped facilities, such as bathrooms and ramps and even elevators. The last one, Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, or IDEA, means that students with mental or physical disabilities must be provided with the same opportunities in schools. This is the end of Unit 4 about the legislative branch. The next video will be Unit 5 discussing the executive branch.